As the population in cities continues to increase, some people have opted out of having a common lifestyle in order to adopt more simple lives in less populated areas. However, it's never easy to just adapt and get used to life off the grid. But that's when the Homestead Rescue cast comes to help. By helping out troubled or inexperienced homesteaders, the Rainey family puts their expertise all around the U.S. to make their dream of having an alternative lifestyle a reality. We know it's been some time since Homestead Rescue was renewed, leaving us with many questions regarding the show's future. Homestead Rescue has regularly premiered at least one season per year on Discovery, but since the fourth season wrapped in late 2021, it's been a while since new episodes aired. So, where is the Rainey family now? Are they coming back to TV? And what about their life off-screen? Take a seat and discover all here. When we watch a show centered on homesteads, the least we expect is to see some country-style people in it. While Marty Rainey certainly fits said description, he's definitely more than just a guy who wears fine cowboy hats and has a nicely trimmed mustache. As an experienced survivalist and master of everything that is needed to bring back to life even the most battered homesteads, the family's patriarch, Marty Rainey, is definitely the right man for a show as special as Homestead Rescue. Whether it's because of his charismatic personality, dedicated work ethic, or enthusiasm for helping people in need, there's no doubt that Marty gained the audience's heart since appearing in the show for the first time. His charm hasn't faded in the least, though, as his social media has accumulated almost 100,000 followers combined, on top of being featured on big platforms such as Fox News or the Alaskan-based KXD News 13. Regarding his future in the show, in mid-2022, Marty was announced to be busily filming the 5th Homestead Rescue's season. Other than that, he's apparently just living a normal Alaskan life, often sharing pics on social media of the local wintry landscapes and of his recently adopted Siberian wolf puppy, whom he named Maggie May. Unlike her father, Misty Rainey is unfortunately not as active on social media as her followers would like her to be. Although by mid-2022, it's assumed our favorite farmer is working alongside her family in making the 5th season of Homestead Rescue a reality, there's not a lot to say about her professional whereabouts outside that. While it seems there's no way to know what Misty has been up to in recent times, until she eventually comes back to TV, her posts from early 2022 hint she was having a good time vacationing with her husband Micaiah Bilodeau and son. Hopefully Misty will be more active online once Homestead Rescue returns. Fortunately for Homestead Rescue's most dedicated fans, Matt Rainey isn't shy about telling his followers what he's been up to. As seen in his social media, Matt enjoys the simple pleasures of living in Alaska by attending fairs, local events, hiking, skiing, or simply taking pics with puppies. His wife Katie is also quite open on the internet, letting us see that she and her husband spend quality time harvesting honey and improving their natural photography skills. Regarding their children, the birth of their youngest baby, Ruby, in late 2021 was featured in the 4th season of Homestead Rescue, taking Matt away from work in the season's final projects to take care of their daughter. Despite his brief absence in the previous season, in July 2022, Matt was also confirmed to be filming the new season of Homestead Rescue, much to the joy of his fans. Even if its name is self-explanatory, Homestead Rescue is certainly more than just a show about painting walls and nailing some wood together. While making the best out of the Rainey's individual skills, Homestead Rescue is first and foremost a show about family unity and working together as a team. Even so, introducing the audience to the lifestyle of many people who choose to live off the grid independently also delivers an important message about modernity and appreciating what's most important. Or at least that's what Marty believes. I think about things that are ostentatious, things that lack substance, things that fall under what people call the American dream. For a lot of us, it doesn't bring happiness, he said in an interview with Hollywood Soapbox. The show's goal is not only to ease people's struggles at adapting and making their homesteads work, but also to explore the proprietors' stories and their reason for leaving behind their common city life to live off the grid. According to Marty, I admire anyone that does it, and I'll help most that ask me to come assist them in succeeding. He affirmed, making clear that Homestead Rescue is about people, their stories, and their lives. Considering the fact that Homestead Rescue is not your usual property flipping show, it's natural to assume that making the project a reality must have been a difficult task. However, it apparently wasn't that way. Prior to Homestead Rescue, Marty Rainey was already familiar with the entertainment world, having appeared in other Discovery projects, written TV treatments for the network, and pitched a couple of shows to them as well. Having already created the show's concept and contacted Raw Productions, then Discovery invited the surprised Marty to be a star in it, quickly convincing him to agree due to the compelling, innovative concept of the show. I was like, man, this is too good to be true. I get to build, I get to help people with real needs. He told Blurred in 2016. It became a family affair when, after a month of broaching the subject with his 4 children, he finally convinced Matt and Misty to join the show. Marty also insisted that making Homestead Rescue as authentic as possible was his priority all along, sealing the deal when the producers finally accepted his terms. While people who dream of stardom sometimes never get the lucky chance to appear on TV, for some other less ambitious people, that opportunity just presents itself in their life. The latter is the case of Ren and Innie, a young couple featured in Homestead Rescue's 2nd season. Based in Ozark County in Missouri, Ren and Innie never intended to appear on TV, so they were quite skeptical when the offer to do so came to them through Instagram's direct message. Although the couple laughed it off at first, they later researched the show's name and found good opinions about it. That's how they ended up frequently visiting their town's library to be interviewed through video call, given that their homestead didn't have internet access. We treated it like a joke, honestly, but all along Innie said we'd be chosen. This all happened in the span of a month. Said Ren to Ozark County Times in 2020. Only a couple of weeks afterwards, scouts visited their place to verify details, and less than a month later, Marty Rainey and his children were ready to repair and improve their homestead. Now that the show is evidently more famous and successful than when Innie and Ren were in it, the selection process has surely become stricter. Even so, that shouldn't stop people from trying. According to 2nd season homesteaders Ren and Innie, the production process starts just a couple of weeks after being accepted into the show by Discovery and Raw TV. In their case, site managers and directors were the first to ever visit their property, also checking out the general area in order to plan where the resources for the project and possible business deals could possibly come from. Some weeks afterwards, a 20-person crew arrived at their place to install filming equipment in place, on top of securing some other commodities for the staff. The last ones to arrive at Ren and Innie's homestead was the Raney family, who inspected the place before giving their approval and letting the magic finally take place. Apparently, Ren and Innie's description of the show's process is the usual way of approaching every project for the Raineys. As Marty told Reality Blurred in 2016, these prolonged inspection processes are necessary to avoid choosing homesteads they wouldn't be able to improve in 10 days. If you're there to assist them to live off-grid or to be a successful homesteader, you see areas immediately that we can address. He affirmed, if given the green light by both producers and the Raineys, it's for sure that the homestead will be in the show. Besides determining if a project is viable to appear in the show, the extensive inspections led by Homestead Rescue's staff are done in order to determine costs and find resources for it. By looking out for constructors and businesses located within reach of the homesteads, the show's staff lower costs of production and building. Such was the case of Scout Construction LLC, a small company which offered to help the Raineys lead a project for the show in Mansfield, Ohio. According to the business owner, Josh Mobley, he was initially contacted by Homestead Rescue producers through Facebook. They needed a general contractor with at least 4 carpenters. I told them we could accommodate that. He told RichlandSource.com, but also admitted that he doubted the legitimacy of the project after knowing it was for a TV show. Weeks later, he was contacted again and was soon leading contractors to repair the Broadheads homestead, featured in the show's 4th season. Mobley himself affirmed that while his team's help was needed for labor and providing tools, the Raineys worked with them all along. They do a lot of their own work. It's surprising how much of their own stuff they do. he affirmed. Though it's unknown if project costs are covered by the show itself or sponsored by businesses, it's relieving to know that everything we see in Homestead Rescue is so carefully planned. One of the things we love the most about the Raineys is how multi-talented they are, especially when it comes to Marty. As seen in the show, the family's patriarch is not only an experienced homesteader, but also knows his way with carpentry and construction. However, most people don't know that prior to Homestead Rescue, Marty was already well involved with the entertainment industry. In 2013, he debuted in the show Ultimate Survival Alaska during its 3 seasons. The fame he obtained through that show allowed him to start the Ultimate Adventure with Marty Rainey, a tourist service in which Marty himself guides his customers through some of the most extreme but wonderful destinations in Alaska. That being said, Marty's career as a musician is actually well known, but not for good reasons. As it happens, back in 1997, he released an album entitled Strum It from the Summit, which became a topic of discussion in 2020 after online users noticed that the album's song Adam and Steve included some messages deemed as homophobic. Seeing the controversy caused by it, Homestead Rescue production company Raw TV quickly denied having any knowledge about the song and affirmed that it didn't represent the company's ideals. However, while some people feared that the controversy might cause the show's cancellation, not long afterwards, Homestead Rescue was renewed for a 4th season. When it comes to Homestead Rescue, there are mixed testimonies from former homesteaders who either testify the show's authenticity or outright deny it. Well, in the case of Raney from Missouri, who reaffirmed the show's genuineness from the positive impact it had in their property, other cases, such as that of Kim and Josh Zabek from the 1st season, make us believe some things aren't what they seem. According to the Zabeks, they regret ever letting the show feature their homestead, Revolutionary Roots Farm, feeling they were unfairly portrayed in it, on top of allegedly setting up some situations to create drama. For these reasons, the Zabeks filed a lawsuit against Homestead Rescue, and even though it's unknown what happened to the case, the couple's animosity towards the show hints that not everything is as rosy as we thought. Nonetheless, no matter which scandal they're involved with, it doesn't seem that the Raineys will be taken away from TV anytime soon, to the obvious relief and enjoyment of loyal fans. Thank you for spending some time with us. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss another video. We also handpick these videos, which we recommend you watch next. You can talk to us on all social medias or ask a question in the comments below. Thank you for being with us, and we'll see you back tomorrow.